Hess for three. Boom! Emma Hess, her third three-pointer of this first quarter.
The Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
Fakes the shot, gets everybody to bite, takes it into the paint, floats it home. Beautiful move.
With Liberty and Conference USA, it's time for the Flames to rise again. Rise with us. Welcome to live pregame radio coverage of Liberty Lady Flames basketball from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network. Liberty Lady Flames basketball is brought to you in part by Segra, a proud partner of Liberty University. Segra offers customized business technology solutions. You can learn more at segra.com. Liberty basketball is also brought to you by Carter Bank. Life lived full. Foster Fuels, providing reliable service for 100 years. Freedom First Credit Union. Start banking for good with Freedom First today. Carl Miller Realty, caring, competent, trusted advisors. And by Lynchburg Nissan. Nobody beats our prices. Nobody. Welcome to the Lady Flames Tip-Off Show, powered by Segra. Coming up, we'll hear from head coach Kerry Green. Plus, pregame analysis, starting lineups, and much more are on the way. Now let's go live courtside with the voice of Liberty Lady Flames basketball, Jamie Hall.
Hello everyone, welcome into Jacksonville, Alabama. The Lady Flames taking on JAX State tonight. Second meeting of the season. As far as the Aqua Pros series recap, the seventh meeting overall. Flames are 4-2, having won back in Lynchburg on, well, first game of the month, February 1st. 62-53. It was not a particularly pretty game for the Lady Flames in that outing because they led by 20 and they allowed the Gamecocks to cut it down to a one-point game. But the Flames had a pretty good excuse for that. And I mean, you can't explain why this happened, but it was their worst free throw shooting day of the year. They were 5 of 16. If they would have hit their normal average, they would have been able to put that game away. But as it stood, they had to battle late into the fourth quarter to secure the win. And they've never won in this building here in Pete Matthews Coliseum, 0-2 over the years. So basically the home teams have always won when these squads have hooked up, whether it be in the A-Sun or now in Conference USA. Our Alcova Mortgage keys to this game. Let Alcova Mortgage help you land the keys to your next home. Find out more at alcova.com/JoeJ. Is basically about the bench points. Which bench is going to play better? That just seems to be the case throughout the course of the year. The Flames are 10th in the NCAA in scoring off the bench, 28.4. And JSU is right behind them in 12th, averaging 28.2 points a game. So we'll keep an eye on that category as the day goes along. JAX State comes in at 10-16 overall on the year, 4-11 inside of Conference USA. The Lady Flames are 19-6 and 12-2 in CUSA, one behind Middle Tennessee for first place in the conference and 2 games ahead of Western Kentucky, who is in third place. And second place is very important. The first 2 seeds, basically, I don't want to say they get a bye, that's not true, but they play a day earlier as far as their quarterfinal matchup, and the team that they play would have just played their play-in game the night before. So the Flames, if they could stay in the 1 or 2 spot, would play their opening game on Wednesday, having played a team that just competed on Tuesday night, and then you get a day off. You get the Thursday off, and you wouldn't play in the semifinals until Friday. So it basically takes the path and puts an off day in the middle of it if you're able to stay at the 1 or 2 seed. So a lot left to play for, certainly. Also, if you get to that number 1 spot in the Conference USA tournament, that has implications as far as postseason is concerned. JAX State, they've lost 2 in a row and lost 7 of their last 8 games, losing against UTEP on the road Saturday, 52-44. They lost in New Mexico State the Thursday before that, 66-47. They've had some scoring issues. Has only scored in the 40s in 4 of their last 6 games. They are, however, first in the conference in made three-pointers, the Flames right behind them in second. JAX State 8.2 a game, the Flames 7.7. And this is a very balanced attack for Jacksonville State. No real true scorer that's going to go out and get 20, 25 points a game. No one averages more than 8 points a contest, but we did talk about how balanced it is because their bench gets involved as well. Flames have won 4 in a row and 11 of their last 12. They beat FIU in Miami on Saturday 73-57, outshot the Panthers 52% to 37%, and were also a +6 in rebounding in that game. The Foster Fuels Who's Hot coming in. How about Avery Mills? 15 points against the Panthers on Saturday, and the freshman is now up to 6.5 points per game, her average on the year. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll get the thoughts of head coach Kerry Green as we roll on to a tip-off just after the bottom of the hour. We're in Central Time. It's actually 6:15 here, 6:16 to be precise. An hour difference back home in Lynchburg. So a 7:30-ish tip-off coming up here on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
Looking to buy a home or refinance a mortgage? Now is the time to take advantage of your one-of-a-kind offer from Alcova Mortgage. As an employee or alumni with Liberty University, you are eligible to receive a lender credit that equates to 1% of your total loan amount, up to $5,000. This offer provides you with some much-needed savings while also helping you tackle your closing costs. Visit alcova.com/liberty today for details. Offer does not apply to broker loans.
Alcova Mortgage, NMLS ID 40508, NMLSconsumeraccess.org, Equal Housing Lender.
At Carter Bank, we believe life is best lived full of opportunities and dreams, of goals achieved and promises kept. We've been creating opportunities for more people and businesses to prosper since 1974. That means great local lending, convenient access to your money, accounts and guidance that make it easier to get more done. We are Carter Bank, the preferred community bank of Liberty Flames Athletics. Visit carterbank.com to learn more. Member FDIC, Equal Opportunity Lender.
Hey Flames fans, Gentry Lock is fired up to join in the excitement this season. Gentry Lock Attorneys knows it's all about preparation, precise teamwork, and a competitive spirit for the hard-fought wins. We've got that down. With our fierce drive to succeed, uncommon thinking, and extensive resources, Gentry Lock helps businesses thrive. We are downtown at 801 Main Street, and we serve the Commonwealth and beyond with offices in Roanoke, Richmond, and Norfolk. All the ways Gentry Lock can help clients succeed is waiting for you at gentrylock.com.
At Carilion Clinic, the success of their employees is based on a culture that welcomes them and nurtures their growth. As the largest nonprofit employer west of Richmond, Carillion's team members are always learning and forever curious. Carilion is more than a healthcare system. It's a team of unique individuals doing what matters most, caring for the community. Visit CarillionClinic.org/careers and search their opportunities. Come join 13,000 employees who are Carilion proud.
Earthright Mid-Atlantic, your trusted solar and energy efficiency experts. With a focus on honesty, education, and excellence, they light the way to savings, home comfort, and a greener future. Educating homeowners about the power of solar and energy efficiency is their winning game plan. More information about Earthright Mid-Atlantic? 434-200-9716 or at erepower.com.
You're listening to Liberty Basketball and the Lady Flames Tip-Off Show from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network. Our pregame coverage continues with the thoughts of head coach Kerry Green, presented by Earthright Mid-Atlantic. Once again, here's Jamie Hall.
Coach, the road swing continues now here in Jacksonville, Alabama against the Gamecocks. A tough place to play. Hard to get wins inside of this building, and we saw, even though the record would indicate that they're at the bottom of the conference, in that game back in Lynchburg, a 20-point lead. They go on a run, and they cut it to 1. You guys were able to come back. I mean, not come back, but hold on to get the win. But they're a tough basketball team.
Yeah, it wasn't a comfortable win, and they got good team speed. They fast break well. They shoot the three well. Athletic enough to get to the rim. Primarily, they go from the left side, so they can all drive to the right, get to the block there, and run some pretty good stuff. Real scrappy, And, we brag, or I've been bragging on our bench. Bench scoring has been outstanding all year. They actually do better than we do on bench scoring. So I think we were ranked at one time like number 12. They were ranked like number 8 for bench scoring. So what does that mean? Man, that's a hard scout. That's a hard scout. Some kid averages 5 points a game, and she gets on fire and she can get 12 or 15 on you. And the kids come to the locker room and say, Coach, why didn't you tell me she was a good 3-point shooter? Well, it was hard for her to get in rhythm. So a dangerous team. This has been a difficult place for us to pick up a win. And we're here and trying to get that road win tonight and hopefully get another one up at Kennesaw. But in the Conference USA, it's hard to win on the road, and you got to be mentally tough.
And the next question kind of goes hand in hand with the bench scoring. With the quick turnaround, playing Kennesaw on Saturday early in the afternoon, probably going to try to get into the bench fairly quickly.
Well, regardless, they're playing tonight as well. So that's what we do, and that's what we've been successful, not only preparing for the future, but resting players and have players come in and have been major contributors. The bench has been outstanding all year long. Well, not every game, but overall outstanding, and future looks good. And like you're saying, within 48 hours you're on the floor again playing, and you need to be well rested, and hopefully we don't have to go very long, like 30 minutes for Abella Samuda. That Emmy can come in, but whatever the game dictates, and we'll try to do to put the girls in a position to be successful.
How does it look in the post? Bella certainly had a great game the first time these two teams hooked up.
Yeah, I don't know why it shouldn't change, but they will get very physical and push her around, and she's tall and lean, and a lot of times get pushed out of there. So hopefully she can hold her ground, and Emmy comes in, arrests her, and we can still establish a good inside game.
When you look at the standings, it's hard not to kind of keep an eye on where things lie right now, and one game behind Middle Tennessee. But I think we talked about it earlier in the week. Western Kentucky's not that far behind you guys too, so you can't just focus on looking forward. A slip up and you could lose a spot. Also, do the girls worry about things like that? Is that something from a psychological standpoint, especially with those two teams coming up next week, that you have to even address?
We haven't even addressed it. They know. I mean, they're in college. They're going to walk away with a degree or 2 degrees, and they know. But if they're competitive, they're ready to play every game. But you play 28 games. Unfortunately, it's sad to say it's hard to be ready to play in all 28. I mean, yeah, you may be out there, but are you on edge? And I mean, you've fully invested in the scout, and you're ready to go. Sometimes we go to sleep, and sometimes we miss shots. Things get a little different, and sometimes foul trouble, sometimes injuries. We have to be able to readjust, and fortunately with our depth this year, it's been able to help us out, so we really don't get flat. But I mean, we're playing this game tonight, and that's it. This game has got enough challenges itself right here.
Last thing for you, how about the Ortho Virginia injury report?
We're healthy as much as possible.
Sounds good, Coach. Wish you the best. We'll talk to you afterwards. That was head coach Kerry Green. We'll be back with the relevant law tip right after this here on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
I'm Bob Davis. If you're considering improving your backyard, AquaPros has just what you need. For the grilling devotee, nothing beats the big green egg. Everything tastes better when it's cooked on a big green egg. AquaPros has the full line of green egg grills, charcoal, and accessories. Since 1985, AquaPros has been the source for the world's greatest hot tub, American-made marquee spas. Stop into any of AquaPro's 4 showrooms today and make your home a fun and relaxing resort.
Thousands of our teammates make and deliver 300 of the world's best brands and flavors, locally. From the heartland to the coast, in big cities and small towns. Our products are moving, and our trucks are rolling. We share a passion and a purpose, and we love to refresh and serve our communities. We are Coca-Cola Consolidated, your local buyer.
Frank Good Builders is a proud supporter of the Liberty Flames. Frank Good Builders and its partners design and build beautiful custom homes in the Lynchburg and the surrounding areas. From designing a plan to picking out fixtures, Frank Good Builders works with you to design and build your truly custom dream home. Frank Good Builders can be reached at 434-238-3710 or frankgoodbuilders.com.
Your business deserves a bank that values relationships and prioritizes customer service. Since 1979, First Bank & Trust Company has been delivering on these very commitments. Our bankers have been accessible, consultative, and provide a degree of understanding developed through years of commercial experience. First Bank & Trust has the expertise and capital to fund small and large projects up to $32 million. More information on First Bank & Trust and its services is available at firstbank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Turn up the heat. Foster Fuels is a proud partner of Liberty Athletics. Fostering warm moments for 100 years, Foster has been providing exceptional propane and gas services throughout Central Virginia and surrounding areas. From propane to fireplaces and tank installs to tankless water heaters, Foster does it all. Visit fosterfuels.com or download the app to order fuel, pay your bill, and more. Get the customer service you deserve and turn up the heat with Foster Fuels and the Liberty Flames.
This broadcast of Liberty Lady Flames basketball is authorized under rights granted by Liberty University to Van Wagner Sports and Entertainment and is intended solely for the entertainment of our listening audience. The accounts and descriptions of this broadcast may not be retransmitted in any form without the express written consent of Van Wagner Sports and Entertainment and Liberty University Athletics. The announcers are selected by the Liberty Flames Sports Network and approved by Van Wagner Sports and Entertainment. It's game time. Live radio play-by-play coverage of Lady Flames basketball from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network is brought to you by Segra, a proud partner of Liberty University. Segra offers customized business technology solutions. You can learn more at segra.com. Carter Bank, life lived full. Foster Fuels, providing reliable service for 100 years. Freedom First Credit Union, start banking for good with Freedom First today. Carl Miller Realty, caring, competent, trusted advisors. And by Lynchburg Nissan. Nobody beats our prices. Nobody. Now let's go courtside for the call of the game. Here's Jamie Hall.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back into Jacksonville, Alabama, where JAX State will be taking on the Lady Flames here in just a couple of minutes. Starting lineups are being announced. Before we pass those along to you, do want to mention that the Liberty men are playing back in Lynchburg against Jacksonville State tonight, and they are up 19-11 with about 7.5 minutes to go in the first half. If the Lady Flames were to get a victory tonight, it would mean that it would be the first CUSA school this season to have both their men's and women's teams pick up a 20th win on the year. It would also be the 23rd 20-win season for the Lady Flames in the last 29 years overall. So a lot statistically on the line, but the standings are the most important thing, and the Lady Flames are trying to stay within arm's reach of Middle Tennessee, who currently leads by a game, and those squads will match up next week in Liberty Arena. Starters for Rick Petrie, the head coach of JAX State, his 12th season here, 25th season overall, 401 wins, 335 losses. He'll start Elsie Harris. She wears number 5, a 5'5 redshirt senior from Birmingham, Alabama. She's averaging 4 points a game. Clara Gonzalez Planella. She is a 5'8 junior from Barcelona, Spain. Another game with multiple Spaniards on the court, a couple for both squads. She had 14 in the game against Liberty earlier this year, had double digits in both of their losses, I should say, last weekend at UTEP and New Mexico State. She's averaging 8. Maya Barnes wears 22, a 6-foot-tall senior from Montgomery, Alabama. Had 15 in the first meeting between these two teams. She's averaging about 7.5 points, 4.5 rebounds a game. Asia Barclay wears 35, a 6-foot-tall senior from Anniston, Alabama. That's just down the road where the airport that we flew into is. Barclay, 6.5 points, 5.5 rebounds a game. And then finally, Maria Sanchez Ponce. She is from Spain as well. 5'10 junior. She's averaging about 7.5 points a game, 3.2 rebounds. She's missed their last 2 outings with a concussion, but expected to be back at full speed tonight. Lady Flames and their head coach, Kerry Green, in his 26th season, 584 wins, 239 losses. So if you do the math, if you add these two coaches together, they're very close to 1,000 for their careers. Flames will start Jordan Hodges. She wears 0, a 5'6 senior from Richmond, Virginia. Averaging 6.5 points a game. In the backcourt with her is Asia Boone, wearing 12, 5'8 sophomore from San Diego, California. Had 12 in the first meeting between these two teams, had 10 points on Saturday at FIU, is averaging 10 points a game. Emma Hess, number 23, 6-foot-tall senior from Beaver Creek, Ohio. 12 points against FIU. She's averaging a little over 10. Those two ladies lead the Flames in three-pointers made. Hess with 41, Boone with 44. Elizabeth Ayestadish wears 21, a 6'2 sophomore from Iceland. 6.6 rebounds a game for Liz. And Bella Smuda in the post, number 31, 6'6 redshirt senior from Exton, Pennsylvania. Had 24 points and 13 rebounds against the Gamecocks the last time these two teams played. Lady Flames in the red uniforms with baby blue numbers. JAX State in the whites with red numbers, and Liberty wins the opening tip. They've got the basketball going right to left. Jordan Hodges at the top of the arc to Boone. Tries to dump it inside to Smoot, and it's picked off by Barclay. She gets the steal, and JAX State comes back the other way. Ball is kicked away by the Flames. That'll put 20 seconds on the shot clock, and the Gamecocks will inbound on the baseline. A red baseline and sideline around the perimeter of the court. Wood grain the rest of the way, and a very dark wood grain inside the three-point line, but the key in the paint is the regular lighter wood grain as the inbound pass goes to Barclay, and after getting the turnover, she gives one back. Traveling violation to the Flames. That same darker wood grain is actually what the Jacksonville State logo is painted in, or I guess, I don't know if it's painted or stained in at midcourt as we get a steal. Coming back the other end is Harris. Flames with 2 possessions and 2 turnovers. Jordan Hodges fouls Harris to keep her from getting a layup, saving some points, and it forces JAX State to inbound the basketball again, now on the opposite side of the basket on the baseline. Inbounds comes to Planella, and she knocks down a three-pointer. So Gonzalez Planella, with her 36th three-pointer of the year, gives Jacksonville State a 3-0 lead a minute in. Flames have yet to get a shot off in the game as Hess will give out to Smuda, now on the far side to Boone. Boone steps into a long 2-pointer. It's too strong, and the rebound to the Gamecocks. Elsie Harris across the half-court line. Little dribble between the circles and now over towards the far side of the court. Now to the near side. Drives in and missed the layup. Rebound Liberty. Jordan Hodges was there contesting the shot. Fortunate that contact didn't draw a foul. That would have been her second quick one. Liberty back on their offensive end. Smuda down low. Nice move to the left hand and banks it in. That was a high degree of difficulty shot for Bella Smuda. Flames cut the lead down to 1. 3-2. Just about 2 minutes in to the basketball game. Sanchez Ponce will bounce it out to Barclay. Barclay on the drive, has her shot blocked out of bounds by Elizabeth Ayestad. She was our guest on this week's Liberty Flames women's basketball show. And I do have a slight adjustment to how we need to say her last name. On the inbounds, Sanchez Ponce is fouled by Hess. It's her first personal foul. Most Americans have been saying her name a little bit incorrect, in the neighborhood of right, as the inbound pass comes to Ponce and she hits another three-pointer. JAX State now with a 4-point lead. 6-2, 7.5 on the clock here in the first quarter. Liberty's Boone with the ball outside the arc. Steps back for another long two-pointer. It's again too strong. The Flames get the offensive glass and they'll reset. Hess on the far wing is left with a little bit of space, pulls from three, but missed it. The rebound to Hodges, but she missed the putback. And JAX State is able to clean up the defensive rebound. They've got the ball leading by 4, 3 minutes in. Dribbling to the far side is Harris. Now back up top to Barclay. Barclay works on Smuda. Spins to the middle and scores. Quick start for JAX State. They're shooting 60% from the field, 3 of 5 to begin, and they're up 8-2. Flames Hess comes to the near side to Hodges. She had a little space for a moment, hesitated on the shot, now drives with the left hand and scores. Jordan Hodges very aggressive in this game to begin. She cuts the lead down to 4. 6:15 on the clock in the first quarter. Three-pointer attempted by Barnes at the top of the arc, just barely nicked the rim. The Flames get the rebound. They come back the other way. Going from right to left. Hand off to Boone. Boone's three-pointer is good. Asia Boone rises up from deep. That's about 5 feet behind the arc. Flames cut this down to a 1-point game. Five straight points for Liberty. In the corner, Barclay will throw a bullet pass in the middle to Gonzalez Planella, and she's fouled. A couple of free throws upcoming for JAX State. Asia Boone picks up her first personal foul. I was talking about Elizabeth's last name. I'll spell it for you. Aegisdottir. And most Americans have been pronouncing it a little bit too hard on the daughter. It's tough. There's a subtle difference as one of the two free throws is good. It's a 9-7 lead for JAX State. We'll finish that thought when we have our next stoppage as Hess has the basketball for Liberty. Up top to Hodges, who'll lob it inside to Smuda. Nice catch and finish by Bella on the left side to tie this game up at 9 apiece. After Liberty trailed 8-2, they're now on a 7-1 run. On the near side, Harris looks to attack. Hands it back off to Barnes, and we're going to get a traveling violation which will give it to the Lady Flames. So after Liberty trailed 8-2, we're now tied up at 9-9 apiece. And to quickly finish that thought on Elizabeth, I had been putting a little bit of a shh at the end of it. When you hear her say it herself, there is a little bit of a different syllable there at the end that I don't think is compatible with English. It's kind of like the rolling the R in Spanish, so it's just a little bit different. So it's not daughter, but it does have an R at the end of it, but with a little bit of an inflection, and I'm going to do my best to say it correctly from now on. We'll take a timeout, all tied up at 9, 4:56 to go in the first quarter here on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
What's important isn't that Freedom First has been in business since 1956. What's important is how we've been doing business since 1956. Since day one, we have been accountable to our members, not stockholders. We make loans that cost less, offer savings plans that pay more, and give back to our community, and that hasn't changed. What has changed is our ability to serve you with more locations and more technology to simplify your financial life. Freedom First. It's a place where anyone in our region can bank for good.
Are your feet preventing you from living life? Hi, I'm Jonathan Cotton, and you may have heard my Good Feet story, how I love my arch supports so much that I bought the store. Since then, thousands of customers have found relief from foot, knee, and back pain. I love to hear their stories of walking, running, and just enjoying their new life pain-free. Don't let foot, knee, or back pain keep you from living the life you love. Come into the Good Feet store for your free fitting and test walk. Visit goodfeet.com for the location nearest you. We look forward to seeing you soon at the Good Feet store.
11 West is a proud sponsor of the Liberty Flames. 11 West specializes in apparel screen printing, embroidery, sew-on, and flat printing. From the design phase with their graphics arts team to the finished product, 11 West collaborates with each client to craft custom apparel and promotional products. For more information, visit 11west.com, call 540-639-9319, or stop by their location at 6598 New River Road in Radford. 11 West, outfitting America and logo wear.
You're listening to Lady Flames basketball live from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network. Now, back to the game.
JAX State Pep Band going strong to our right and on the nearest end of the court to the Liberty bench, of course. That's where you're always going to put your pep band, close to the visitors. Lady Flames and JAX State tied at 9. We're in Pete Matthews Coliseum. This building was built in 1974, holds 3,500 now. When it was originally built, it had wooden bleachers, which meant the capacity was higher. Now it's in pretty much entirely chairbacks except for the end zones. So, okay, not entirely chairbacks. We'll say about half chairbacks, but it does cut down the capacity, so now only holds 3,500 from the high of around 5,000 in the early days of the building. Liberty on offense, driving to the basket is Boone. She's contested on the near and put too much on the shot. Might have been partially blocked. Gamecocks back on offense. They'll go on the interior. Point blank shot by Barclay, misses. She gets her own rebound, kicks it outside. Three-pointer is off as well. At the top of the arc by Harris. Flames get the board. Liberty's made some substitutions as Ice Daughter is up top to Boone. Boone's three-pointer is off the mark, but Stout with the rebound, and she's fouled on her putback attempt, so the Flames will have a chance to take their first lead of the game. The subs for Liberty, other than, as you got a little bit of a preview, Emmy Stout, who is shooting the 2 free throws. Also, Anna Bedoza is in the game for the first time, and now Avery Mills. Ayestada and Hess have stayed in the game. Stout misses the first free throw attempt. Talking about Avery Mills, tomorrow is her birthday. She was already talking about what she should do for her birthday. Not a lot that you could do on these road trips. Hopefully somebody gets her a cupcake at least. Second free throw's off the mark, so the Flames come up empty. Missing both of the free throws. The score stays at 9 apiece as JAX State has the ball back. Barnes on the drive, has her shot blocked out of bounds by Ayestadter. Second three-pointer, or I should say second block shot of the game, not three-pointer. It's kind of as exciting as a three-pointer, though. I don't know. It's kind of like a dunk in the women's game when you can just swat the ball out of bounds. Flames call for a foul on the inbound. Brooke Moore, who had just checked in, picks up her first personal. The Flames now have 4 for the game, so JAX State will be in the bonus from here on out. Only starter to stay in the game for the Lady Flames is Ayestadter. Sanchez Ponce will drive on the far side and goes over the top of a fellow Spaniard as she scores against Bedoza. That ends the 7-1 Liberty run and puts JAX State back up by 1. Bedoza going to fire a three-pointer and nails it. Are they going to say it was a 2? Foot on the line. I've seen that a couple of times this season. For Anna, she's been robbed of a three-pointer because she maybe has one size shoe too big. Back the other end of the court, a foul is called against the Lady Flames, so it's tied at 11. Thought for a split second that was going to be the first lead of the game for Liberty, but Bedoza was just on top of the red line. And now the foul called against Bedoza, which is her first foul, will put Sanchez Ponce to the free throw line, a 76% free throw shooter on the year. JAX State as a team, 66%. The Flames, conversely, 75%. First free throw is good. 12-11, JAX State. They actually still have 3 fouls to give, so they can be pretty aggressive to end off this first quarter, the final 3:07. Flames have the complete second unit out on the court right now as Pien Steenbergen has come in. Claudia Athene is the 6th player on the bench and gets quite a few minutes with this group as well. Steenbergen on the near wing, rises up from 3 and nails it. First lead of the game for Liberty. Flames are up 14-13. Steenbergen comes in averaging a little under 6 points a game. That is her 28th three-pointer of the year. She's shooting above 40% from downtown. JAX State with the basketball. Nice footwork and a feed out to Rhodes. Then she tries to throw a cross-court pass and airmails it over the top of the Flames bench. Sophie, Goldie, Gracie, Flames managers had a better chance of catching that than anybody on the court. And they couldn't even catch it. Went over their heads too. Liberty with the basketball, leading 14-13. Bedoza to Steenbergen, now around to Moore. Moore drives and rises to score on the left side. Near side of the basket for Brooke Moore from our vantage point. And it gives the Flames a 16-13 lead. JAX State on the far side of the court will now give it back to the near. Bullet pass to Rhodes, kind of caught her off guard. She did make the catch. Her jumper's off though. And Moore gets the rebound for Liberty. 1:40 left in this first quarter. Bedoza is cut off, has to give it back out to Steenbergen. Steenbergen dribbles on the near side of the court and hands off to Moore. Moore back to Stout. Stout to Bedoza. Bedoza drives and kicks far wing to Moore. Moore's three-pointer is off, but Stout gets the offensive rebound and resets things for Liberty. Back to Bedoza, again to Moore. Moore works her way, fades, but missed it short, and JAX State gets the rebound. Liberty's up 16-13, 1:03 on the clock in the first quarter. On the drive is Steele. She's cut off and has to give it outside to Gonzalez Planella. Her jumper is off and the Flames get the board. Too strong on the attempt. Liberty to Mills. Mills will drive baseline. Reverse layup is good. What a play by Avery Mills. Flinging it over her head, going from left to right. Liberty now leads 18-13. And by scoring quickly, they've played 2 for 1. The shot clock still has about a 7-second difference. On the drive is Sanchez Ponce, and a foul called against Mills will send JAX State back to the free throw line. Maria Sanchez Ponce will get her her second attempts at free throws in this game. Flames currently on a 7-0 run. They had a 7-1 run earlier. We'll see what happens when we combine those here in just a second. There's a few points in between. The first free throw is good. So Liberty was down 8-2. And at the high point, they led 18-13. So that would be a 16-5 run. I don't know, which sounds better. 7-1 and a 7-0 run, or a 16-5 run. After the free throws, it's now 18-15 Liberty. Flames can hold for the final shot. They go back on offense to our left. Steenbergen at the top of the arc. Will give off to Mills. Mills with 3 seconds to shoot. Going to have to hurry. Gets into the corner, but stepped out of bounds. She hit the shot. It was a great job of finding some space to score, but unfortunately, she found a little too much of the red paint on the sideline. Gives the ball back to JAX State with 1 second to go. They're not going to try to do anything offensively. So we go to the end of the first quarter with the Flames on top 18-15 after trailing by as much as 6 in this first quarter. We'll take a break and tell you how we got to this point so far here on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
Score big at Haley's Appliance and Haley's Outdoor in Lynchburg with major brands of appliances that will make your house feel like a home and outdoor equipment to have your yard looking its best. Haley's puts customer service first. They deliver and service all of the products they sell and will take care of the process from start to finish. Log on to Haley's.com today for product availability. Haley's Appliance and Haley's Outdoor in Lynchburg is a proud sponsor for Liberty Flames Athletics.
Curious about the housing market in Central Virginia? The caring, competent, trusted advisors at Carl Miller Realty have over 100 years of combined experience. We are committed to helping clients make informed housing decisions. For a winning game plan and to discover the value of your home, visit carlmillerrealty.com to make your next move a slam dunk with our winning team. That's carlmillerrealty.com.
Move those coffee chains, Flames fans, and go local. Central Virginia's own Ironclad Coffee Roasters and Baking Company is the premier coffee partner of Liberty Athletics. Pay them a visit at one of their cafes in the Richmond area or at the Richmond International Airport. They'll also ship their specialty grade coffee straight to your door. Visit ironcladcoffee.com, that's www.ironcladcoffee.com, to check out the coffee Flames fans are talking about.
Live play-by-play coverage of Liberty Lady Flames basketball from Van Wagner continues on the Liberty Flames Sports Network. Now it's time for a Carter Bank & Trust game at a glance.
It wasn't a good start for Liberty. They fell behind 8-2. But they stormed back, scored 16 of the next 21 points, and took an 18-13 lead. It's currently 18-15 as we head to the second quarter. Liberty shooting now 50% from the field. JAX State hit 3 of their first 5 shots. Only 1 of 8 since then. Both teams are 2 of 5 from 3. JAX State 5 of 6 at the free throw line. The Flames 0 of 2. 3 turnovers apiece and 9 rebounds apiece for the two teams. A very balanced attack for Liberty. Bella Smuda leads with 4 points. Planella with 6, and Ponce with 7 for JAX State. Gamecocks with the basketball as we get back underway. They're going from left to right. Dribbling into the middle is Steele. Steele now on the near wing to Sarich. Her three-pointer is off the mark, and the Flames get the rebound. Jordan Hodges back the other end of the court. The long, flowing, braided blonde hair. She'll give on the near side to Mills. Mills steps back for 3 and knocks it in. Avery Mills had a 3 negated at the end of the first quarter because she stepped out of bounds first, but that was a tough shot a day before her birthday. Liberty up 21-15. JAX State back on offense. Going down on the low block is Rhodes, and she has her shot blocked out of bounds by Smuda. We saw Ayestada with a couple of three-point, why do I keep saying that? A couple of block shots in the first quarter. And now Smuda with one here in the second quarter. Three-pointer off the inbound is too strong from Sarich, and the Flames get the board. Hodges dribbles to the far side, now gives back up top to Steenbergen, who's left open for 3. It's off. And Smuda able to track the rebound down, keeps it alive off of a Gamecock player. So Liberty with 19 seconds on the shot clock and 8:44 on the game clock in the second quarter will inbound in the far side corner. Liberty has Hodges, Steenbergen, Mills, Moore, and Smuda. Inbound pass comes to Moore. Back to Steenbergen in the corner. She has it knocked away from her. 11 seconds to shoot as it goes out of bounds. And Liberty will now put it in play a little closer to the basket along the baseline in the far corner of the court. Hodges having a little trouble finding somebody. Now finally does get it in to Moore. Then Moore has it knocked off of her and out of bounds. It's going to be JAX State ball off of the leg of Brooke Moore. Flames couldn't really get anything going on that possession. They lead by 6, 21-15. Almost 2 minutes into this second quarter. Driving along the baseline is Steele. Comes around to Sample, Eden Sample, back out to Sarich. Some of the bench that plays so well for JAX State on the court right now, as Rhodes will rise up. Her long 2 is off the mark, and Brooke Moore with another rebound. Moore with 3 in the game. Hodges with some fancy dribbles to get herself free at the top of the arc. We'll give back to Steenbergen, who steps into a three-pointer. Comes up short, though. Mills, though, skies in for the rebound and resets things for Liberty. Mills drives, kicks to Smuda. Smuda on the right side, banks it in. Avery Mills with the assist. Bella Smuda with the score. The Flames are up by 8. Largest lead of the game for either team. .7:25 and the clock running in the second quarter. Rhodes will try to drive. Has her shot blocked from behind by Smuda. And the foul was called on Hodges. Hodges picks up her second personal foul. Smuda with a clean block, but they're going to catch Hodges for, a little push, basically, which will be Jordan's second foul of the game. She'll have to check out. A couple of points, couple of rebounds, couple of assists. Rhodes, who stands all the way to the right side of the lane when she takes her free throws. About a half a foot from as far to the right as she could possibly be. But a pretty good free throw shooter. She hits on both. 76% on the year. That makes it 23-17 Liberty. Bedoza into Smuda. Smuda missed the shot, tipped her own rebound, but it's controlled by JAX State. They'll run it back the other way. Steele, dribbling in front of the Flames coaching staff, will now pass across to May. May back up top to Steele. Coach Rick Petrie calls in a new play as Steele. Harris, and now over on the far side to Sample. Sample drives, is cut off, bounces it back up top to Steele. 4 seconds to shoot. He doesn't have any space, has to give it back to Rhodes. Her jumper is in and out. Right as the horn sounded, the Flames get the board. Liberty up by 6 with the basketball. Mendoza, the double braids, will give it back to Steenbergen. Her three-pointer's too strong. The rebound is out of bounds to JAX State. Flames will put a different lineup on the court now as Ayestada will check back in. Also Boone and Hess. Emmy Stout returns to the game. Mendoza will continue to run the point with Jordan Hodges now on the bench, having picked up 2 personal fouls. We haven't seen Claudia Athene yet in the game. 6:10 to go. JAX State with the basketball. Working their way in is Sample. She fades and missed the shot, guarded by Hess. Liberty up by 6. Back on offense. Mendoza lobs to Stout, and Stout is able to lay it in on the right side. Give the assist to Anna. Give the points to Emmy, and give the Flames an 8-point lead again. As we approach the midway point of this second quarter. Steele with Mendoza on her. Back up top to Rhodes. Rhodes now bounces it over to Sample. Sample, far side to May. May with 4 on the shot clock will work her way in and kick to Barnes. Barnes' three-pointer is good at the buzzer. Back-to-back possessions that JAX State used every tick of the shot clock. Score on one of the 2, and they've cut the Liberty lead down to 5. Mendoza up to Ayestada. Now on the near side to Hess. Hess will fade from about 15. It's an air ball. Saved from going out of bounds by Mendoza, but to a Jacksonville State player. They'll try to run the other end. Nothing much going on. A steal will have to give back out to Barnes. Barnes cross court to May. May's left open, in and out though, and the Flames get the rebound. Boone will bring it across half court. Set up the Flames offense. Ayestada at the top. Now on the near side to Hess. Back to Stout. Over to Boone. Boone drives, floats, and scores. Nice play by Asia Boone with the teardrop. Flames up by 7. Boone has 5. And Coach Rick Petrie is going to take a timeout. The Liberty lead out to 7. So we have now encroached past the 5-minute mark. 4:10 left to go in the quarter. This will be our under 5 media break, so we'll take it as well and be back with more after this here on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
When it was time for my family and I to buy and sell our houses, we knew exactly who to call, and that was Jason Porter with Legacy Realty and Development. Hi, this is Nick Pierce, encouraging you to do what we did. Make the easy decision and call Jason Porter for all of your real estate needs.
Thanks, Nick. And Flames Nation, let's talk about how we can serve you. Call or text me today, Jason Porter, at 434-258-8827. That's 434-258-8827, or email me at jasonporterrealestate@gmail.com. Thanks, and as always, go Flames.
True Flame fans know where to shop to show their pride. Shop LibertyFlames.com. We're your one-stop shop for official Liberty Flames merchandise. Plus, all orders ship free. Go red, white, and blue and visit ShopLibertyFlames.com today. That's ShopLibertyFlames.com. ShopLibertyFlames.com is a proud sponsor of Liberty Athletics. For all your Liberty Flames apparel needs, visit ShopLibertyFlames.com today.
Missing Liberty football? Come see the Flames in their annual spring games, Saturday, March 1st at Williams Stadium in Lynchburg. Kickoff is at 1:30 and admission is free. See the Flames scrimmage. Enjoy yard games and inflatables for the kids. Stay after the scrimmage for pictures and autographs from the players. Liberty Spring Football Games, Saturday, March 1st in Lynchburg. Free admission. For more on Flames football, go to lufootball.com. You're listening to Lady Flames basketball live from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network. Now, back to the game.
27-20, Liberty on top of JAX State. 4:10 to go in the second quarter. Well, after the Flames got off to a slow start. They were trailing 8-2. Then they had a supercharged run after that. 16-5. Got Liberty up 23-15 at that moment. They led by as many as 8. They're currently up by 7. Flames 48% from the field. JAX State now 24%. And supercharged is a good word to use where I'm sitting at the moment, because about 10 feet from me to my left is Eli Gold, calling the game on television. Some would know him as a longtime voice of Alabama football. I knew him because he was on Motor Racing Network calling NASCAR back in the day, and heard Eli many a times on a Sunday afternoon calling a race. As I say that, Barnes, another three-pointer for JAX State, and they've cut the lead down to 27-23. Asia Boone going to try to answer, but her three-pointer's off the mark. The rebound is out of bounds to Liberty. Flames will have 20 seconds to shoot. 3:38 until halftime. 4-point Flames lead after trailing by as many as 6. Liberty men are up 39-18 early in the second half against JAX State, a first-place battle on the men's side of things. Hess with the basketball to Iastadish, now on the far side to Bedoza. Back on the near to Boone. Boone has it poked away from her with 5 seconds to shoot, out of bounds on the near sideline. Flames will have Bedoza putting it into play. Up top to Iastadish, now over to Boone. Boone drives, pulls up, and banks it home at the buzzer. 15-foot jumper fading to her left by Asia Boone. That is some good defense by JAX State, but just better offense from Liberty. They're up by 6. Gamecocks back on their offensive side of things. Barnes will drive and have her shot blocked out of play by Emmy Stout. Liberty came into this game averaging 5 shot blocks per contest. And at my count, they've already gotten 4 here in the first half. Inbound to Barnes. She'll fire another 3. It's an air ball out of bounds. A little bit of a heat check for Barnes. She had hit a couple of three-pointers, has 6 in the game, 6 points. Flames have a 6-point lead in the basketball. Stout hands off to Hess. Hess goes on the far side to Bedoza. Bedoza back up top to Iastadish. And now on the near wing to Hess. Hess to Stout to Bedoza. Bedoza left open for a long 2 and knocks it home. 4 points for Anna Bedoza. Both from a similar spot on the court. The last one was a little further back, just her toe on the line. She was probably about a foot in from the line on that jumper. Liberty 31-23. Nice drive on the other side by Gonzalez Planella, and she's able to get a lay-in to fall with 2 minutes to go. Cuts the lead back to 6. Bedoza again for the Flames. Out to Boone. Boone pulls up from almost the same spot Anna did on the last possession, but missed it too strong. And the rebound to JAX State. 31-25, Liberty. On the drive is Sanchez Ponce, and she's fouled. Emmy Stout picks up the personal foul. First on Emmy. This will be free throws number 9 and 10 for JAX State in the game. Flames with only 2 free throws so far, haven't actually made a free throw yet, which means our Food Line feeds total has stayed the same over the course of the year. Flames have made enough free throws that Food Line is at this point going to donate 25,900 meals to local area food banks. Bedoza has come out of the game for Liberty. Claudia Athene will see her first action. Sanchez Ponce, a 76% free throw shooter, hits both. Makes it 31-27. Liberty with the lead. Minute and a half to go. Athene on the near side to Mills. Mills back up top to Athene. And now to Hess. Hess drives, fades, and scores. Emma Hess over the top of her defender has put the Flames back up by 6. Approaching the 1 minute mark of this second quarter. The ball is knocked out of bounds by Athene with 1:03 to go. Inbounds will be right in front of the Flames coaching staff. Goes over to the far side corner with 15 seconds to shoot. Thornsbury will give back to the near wing, and Hess is going to pick up a personal foul. Second on Hess. Flames did have a couple fouls to give, but Emma will have to check out of the game with that second personal. Brooke Moore back in. Thornsbury across to the far side of the court, picks up her dribble in a little bit of trouble, has to give off to Barclay. Barclay back to Sanchez Ponce, to Barclay again. Her jumper is well off to the right. Flames get the rebound. Moore again picks up the board, and Liberty can almost hold for the final shot. There's about a 5-second difference. Athene out to Mills. Mills for 3. Got it! Avery Mills, a day shy of her birthday, has given the Flames a 36-27 lead with time winding down in this first half. 9 seconds to shoot for JAX State. Thornsbury up top to Sanchez Ponce. She dives to the middle, has to kick it back outside to Barclay. Her jumper at the buzzer is good. So Barclay answers with a long 2 over the outstretched arm of Bella Smuda. The 36-27 Liberty lead was the largest of the game for either team. Liberty will take a 7-point advantage into the locker room, and we'll get a chance to get a quick word with Coach Carrie Green. Coach, a slow start. The team was able to bounce back, go on a run of their own to get a little bit of a lead yourself. It's been back and forth, both teams knocking down some shots.
Jamie, I think I can guess what you said. Okay,
the band was playing
I
too
wish
loud.
they're hitting the outside shots and making free throws. That's the bottom line. I think free throws we've shot, and I can easily, we shot 2 free throws the entire two quarters, and they've shot 10. So we got to get in position quicker and quit reaching in, try and block shots, and then when we're blocking shots, sometimes we're giving up the layup. So we got to concentrate on our defensive positioning better than what we have been. And we're scoring some points, but we're giving up more points than what really expected. Our game goal was to hold them even lower than what they got right now. But they're making free throws, and we got to take care of business on the defensive end.
Coach, appreciate your time. As head coach Kerry Green, Lady Flames going to the locker room, leading by 7, 36-29. We'll take a break. When we come back, Trey back in the studio. We'll get a look at our Frank Good Builders out-of-town scoreboard. I'll tease it. Some pretty good news as of right now from back in Liberty Arena on the men's side of things. He'll give us the exact details as well as a look around the rest of Conference USA and the country when we come back. 36-29 Flames at the intermission here in Jacksonville, Alabama on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
Owned and operated by a Liberty alum, Larry's Tire and Auto Repair offers complete auto service, including tires, preventive maintenance, and more. Larry's Tire carries all major brands and is open from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. Larry's Tire has 2 locations in Lynchburg and at Able Tire in Concord. And coming soon, Larry's Tire will expand to a new service center in Forest. More information on Larry's Tire is available at larrystireservice.com.
The President's Day sales event is happening now at Lynchburg Nissan, and the savings are monumental. Get historically low rates, up to 130% of fair KBB for your trade, and unbeatable offers on 2025 models. Plus, every new Nissan comes with our million-mile powertrain warranty, giving you peace of mind for the road ahead. Don't wait, these historic deals won't last. Stop by Lynchburg Nissan today, or visit us online to claim your savings. Lynchburg Nissan, home of the million-mile warranty. Don't wait, these historic deals won't last.
Peary and Woolwine Family Dentistry say go Flames and good luck this season. Peary and Woolwine Family Dentistry provides dental health services including dental implants, cosmetic dentistry, extractions, and more. Their office treats patients of all ages and accepts major dental insurances. Peary and Woolwine Family Dentistry is located at 2229 Ural Road next to EC Glass High School in Lynchburg. You can reach the office by phone at 434-847-5331 and online at PearyFamilyDentistry.com. The Liberty Flames thank Segra for their support. Segra collaborates with companies to offer business-only, carrier-grade connectivity, cybersecurity, voice and cloud solutions tailored to meet their diverse needs. Segra offers these solutions across a fiber network that spans 28 states in the U.S. and is headquartered in Charlotte, North Carolina. They can be reached at Segra.com or 833-GO-SEGRA. Segra, a proud partner of the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
First half is history. Now it's time for the Lady Flames halftime report presented by the Carl Miller Realty Team, proud supporter of the Liberty Flames Sports Network. Now let's get a check of the out-of-town scoreboard built by Frank Good Builders.
Welcome back inside our Lynchburg studios. Trey Lyle here with you. Your halftime score, Liberty 36, Jacksonville State 29. We will update you about the game going on in the Liberty Arena for first place in Conference USA between the Liberty men and Jacksonville State. On the men's side, we'll update you that in a matter of moments. But first, we have to get to the Frank Good Builders out-of-town scoreboard. Starting in Conference USA on the women's side, Kennesaw State currently leads FIU 31-25 with 5:54 left in the third quarter. Halftime down at Western Kentucky as they lead over UTEP 42-29. 1:26 left, 58 seconds, left in the second quarter. Sam Houston 28, Louisiana Tech 27. Halftime for Middle Tennessee as they're up on New Mexico State 23-16. As the top 25 in women's college basketball, number 5 UConn 57, number 22 Creighton 35. In a matchup of bitter rivals, Duke Carolina. Carolina, the number 8 team in the country, tied with number 16 Duke at 41 apiece with 1:56 left in the third quarter. Still in the ACC, number 9 NC State coming off that big win over Notre Dame. They lead Wake Forest 59-35 with 2:28 left in the third quarter. Top 15 matchup in the SEC. Number 15, Kentucky 68. Number 11, Tennessee 42. And also staying in the SEC, number 13, Oklahoma 50. Florida 43. Moving to the Big Ten now. Number 19, Maryland 49. Indiana 42. 9:20 left in that one. And heading to halftime, number 1, Texas, the newly minted number 1 team in the country, trailing Mississippi State at the half 27-26. Number 3, Notre Dame 18. Number 24, Florida State 11. With 1:39 left in that one. As for Conference USA on the men's side, FIU 38, Kennesaw State 33 with 14-16 left in the second half. And the only other game going on now is that Liberty game, which we'll update you in a matter of moments. And still later to tip at 9 o'clock, both Western Kentucky UTEP and Middle Tennessee and New Mexico State. As for the top 25, no action going on there as well. Well, when we come back here on halftime, we'll update you about the Liberty Flames. They are looking pretty good tonight in the Liberty Arena, so we'll update you about that, get you some highlights from that game as well. Of course, Alan York on the call of that one, and that will come back after this short timeout. You're listening to the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
Serving Virginia for over 35 years, helping individuals and businesses with their insurance and investment needs. The team at Thompson Brooks is experienced in understanding Medicare, retirement planning, life insurance, the healthcare marketplace, and group insurance benefits. Call Thompson Brooks Insurance at 434-385-8500. That's 434-385-8500, or visit them online at thompsonbrooksinsurance.com. Thompson Brooks Insurance, planning today for tomorrow.
Century Exteriors offers exterior home renovations, including but not limited to gutters, roofing, siding, home additions, and much more. Century Exteriors makes the process seamless. Call 434-239-6722 for a free on-site estimate, or visit us at centuryexteriors.com and Century Exteriors on Facebook and Instagram.
At Carter Bank, we believe life is best lived full of opportunities and dreams, of goals achieved and promises kept. We've been creating opportunities for more people and businesses to prosper since 1974. That means great local lending, convenient access to your money, accounts and guidance that make it easier to get more done. We are Carter Bank, the preferred community bank of Liberty Flames Athletics. Visit carterbank.com to learn more. Member FDIC, Equal Opportunity Lender.
I'm Bob Davis. If you're considering improving your backyard, AquaPros has just what you need. For the grilling devotee, nothing beats the big green egg. Everything tastes better when it's cooked on a big green egg. AquaPros has the full line of green egg grills, charcoal, and accessories. Since 1985, AquaPros has been the source for the world's greatest hot tub, American-made marquee spas. Stop into any of AquaPro's 4 showrooms today and make your home a fun and relaxing resort.
Now back to the halftime report presented by the Carl Miller Realty Team from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network.
Liberty by 6. Colin Porter just hit a 3. Now goes to Matheny underneath the basket. Cade into a cutting Cleveland layup, floating through. Right block is good for Zach. He's got 3, and Liberty leads it by 8.
That was as good as a handoff as we see on the football field. Zach cutting through the basket.
Up top to Aquino. Now to Porter. Colin with the white headband on, goes to Matheny, left wing. Yes, sir! Matheny with his first bucket. Liberty by 11, 24-13.
Only matter of time. Good shooters are always going to find their way to the bucket.
The Liberty Flames on the men's side in a big game. First place in Conference USA on the line, and they are looking good at the Liberty Arena. That was Alan York, of course, on the call on the men's side. 46-31 with 9:58 left in the second half. The Flames lead in that one. They're shooting 43% from the field, 32% from 3, holding Jacksonville State to only 32% from the field. Zach Cleveland leads the way for the Flames with 10 points. You can add Caden Matheny and Colin Porter, each with 8 in that one. So, Flames looking good at the Liberty Arena. The Flames also looking good down in Alabama. Jacksonville 36-29, our halftime score on the ladies' side. The second half is underway in a matter of moments. We'll head back to Jamie Hall for the first half statistics. And the second half, kickoff, tip-off. It's an inbounds pass, but you get the point when we come back here on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
Looking to buy a home or refinance a mortgage? Now is the time to take advantage of your one-of-a-kind offer from Alcova Mortgage. As an employee or alumni with Liberty University, you are eligible to receive a lender credit that equates to 1% of your total loan amount up to $5,000. This offer provides you with some much-needed savings while also helping you tackle your closing costs. Visit alcova.com/liberty today for details. Offer does not apply to broker loans.
Alcova Mortgage, NMLS ID 40508, NMLSConsumerAccess.org, Equal Housing Lender.
At Carillion Clinic, the success of their employees is based on a that welcomes them and nurtures their growth. As the largest nonprofit employer west of Richmond, Carillion's team members are always learning and forever curious. Carillion is more than a healthcare system. It's a team of unique individuals doing what matters most, caring for the community. Visit CarillionClinic.org/careers and search their opportunities. Come join 13,000 employees who are Carillion proud.
Hi, it's Jonathan Cotton, and people often ask me, what is the Good Feet store? I respond, we are an arch support store. When you come in, our staff is going to welcome you and listen to your needs. We want to learn about you, your lifestyle, your work, and the types of shoes you enjoy wearing. Then after measuring your feet, we are going to fit you from a selection of over 300 styles and sizes of arch supports. Come into the Good Feet store for your free fitting and test walk. Visit goodfeet.com for the location nearest you. We look forward to seeing you soon at the Good Feet store.
Thousands of our teammates make and deliver 300 of the world's best brands and flavors, locally. From the heartland to the coast, in big cities and small towns. Our products are moving, and our trucks are rolling. We share a passion and a purpose, and we love to refresh and serve our communities. We are Coca-Cola Consolidated, your local buyer.
It's almost time for the second half. Now back to the arena for a check of the stats from the first half. Presented by Larry's Tire and Auto Repair.
Well, welcome back into Jacksonville, Alabama, the Pete Matthews Coliseum. Building opened in 1974. Holds 3,500, was renovated in 2015. Looks totally different than the pictures from the early days. Named after an Alabama state legislator. Originally had the old tartan rubber court. It was popular in the 70s and 80s. Suffered some tornado damage back in 2018 to the roof. Also been some pretty good concerts inside this building. Alabama has played here, that makes sense. Billy Joel, Jimmy Buffett, pretty good shows. Lady Flames, after trailing by as many as 6 in the early going, led by as many as 9. Currently are up by 7. Leading scorer for the Flames is Avery Mills. She'll have a birthday tomorrow. 8 points in a little over 9 minutes of playing time. Asia Boone has 7. Bella Smuda with 6. Maria Sanchez Ponce with 9 to lead the way for JAX State. Farrah Gonzalez Planella with 8. Barnes 6, their 3 leading scorers. Flames shot 52%, 16 of 31. JAX State 30%, 8 of 27. The Flames 4 of 11 from 3. JAX State 4 of 11 from 3. Those numbers brought to you by Century Exteriors. Flames 0 of 2 at the free throw line. JAX State was 9 of 10. Liberty won the rebounding battle 20-15. Flames with 4 turnovers. JAX State with just 3. So overall, very clean first half, considering these two teams average 18 for Liberty and 16 for JAX State on the season. Liberty won the paint battle 20-6, and they won the bench scoring 19-2, something that both these teams are very good at, but the Flames bench outplayed JAX State in the first half. Liberty will have the basketball to start the third quarter. They try to force feed a pass to Bella Smuda, and it's taken away. So right on cue, a turnover. Flames had 2 turnovers the first 2 possessions of the game, and then only 2 more in the next 19 minutes. But 1 to begin the second half as well. JAX State with possession. Gonzalez Planella will take a shot from the elbow that's too strong off the back rim. Liberty with the board. Hodges across half court. Runs the offense to Smuda. Smuda goes to the right and back to the left. Great footwork by Bella Smuda to finish things off and give the Flames another 9-point lead. JAX State on offense. Maya Barnes bounds her way down low, gives back to Planella. Her 3-pointer is to the left, and the Flames get the rebound. Smuda gives it up to Hodges. Several of the Flames starters picked up a couple of fouls in the first half. As it goes interior to Smuda, went through her hands and hit off the head of Barclay, but tracking it down was Harris to keep it from going out of play, and JAX State will get the ball back. Long jumper from Barclay is off, and the Flames get the board. So 2 of the first 3 possessions of the second half resulted in a turnover for Liberty. The other was a basket, the only score we've had so far. Flames are up 38-29. Far side of the court, Hess is going to rise up from 3. Boom! Emma Hess from 3rd Street. Liberty now up 41-29. And a timeout is going to be taken by JAX State, which brings us to a media timeout. Second timeout taken by Coach Rick Petrie. He'll have 2 left. Kerry Green has all 4 of his. It will be Gamecock basketball, but they now trail by 12, the largest lead for either team in the game. We'll take a break also and come back after this here on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
Earthright Mid-Atlantic, your trusted solar and energy efficiency experts. With a focus on honesty, education, and excellence, they light the way to savings, home comfort, and a greener future. Educating homeowners about the power of solar and energy efficiency is their winning game plan. More information about Earthright Mid-Atlantic? 434-200-9716 or at erepower.com.
Your business deserves a bank that values relationships and prioritizes customer service. Since 1979, First Bank & Trust Company has been delivering on these very commitments. Our bankers have been accessible, consultative, and provide a degree of understanding developed through years of commercial experience. First Bank & Trust has the expertise and capital to fund small and large projects up to $32 million. More information on First Bank & Trust and its services is available at firstbank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Frank Good Builders is a proud supporter of the Liberty Flames. Frank Good Builders and its partners design and build beautiful custom homes in the Lynchburg and the surrounding areas. From designing a plan to picking out fixtures, Frank Good Builders works with you to design and build your truly custom dream home. Frank Good Builders can be reached at 434-238-3710 or frankgoodbuilders.com.
You're listening to Lady Flames basketball live from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network. Now, back to the game.
Well, the JAX State pep band is letting the sunshine in. If you're listening in stereo, basically you've got earbuds in or listening with 2 speakers left and right, you can actually hear JAX State a little bit more in your right ear than you would hear in your left ear because they're closer to our right mic than our left mic. They're right behind the basket on the right side of the court, which is closest to the Liberty bench, was straight across from me, but to the right. The JAX State bench is to the left and kind of further towards that corner. We're on opposite side from where they're attempting to score on this possession. Pass goes in the corner after the inbounds to a wide open Gonzalez Planella. She missed the three, but an offensive rebound will reset for JAX State. Back to her on the near wing. Nothing for. Hands off to Barclay. Now back to Planella and then over to Harris, who shuffled her feet. Traveling violation will give the ball back to the Flames. That is the fourth turnover for Jacksonville State in the game. Flames 41-29, and Liberty will give it away. I just tried to force a pass into Smuda. Flames up by 12, but they have been a little turnover prone to start the second half. Sanchez Ponce will take and make a three-pointer from the top of the arc. It's a JAX State team that you can't sleep on. Liberty led by 20 in the first meeting. The Gamecocks were able to make a run and get it back to a one-point game. Liberty eventually pulled out a 62-53 win. Hess on the near side for the Flames. She's cut off on the baseline. Lobs it back up to Ayestada. Now into Smuda. Smuda with 6 seconds to shoot will skip across to Hodges. Hodges for three. It's off the mark, and the rebound is taken by JAX State. Sanchez Ponce across half court. Well, lob it out to Harris. Harris for three. Missed the shot. Long rebound to Barnes. She'll try a three and missed as well. Flames do get the rebound after that attempt. Hodges, bounce pass to Boone. Nice catch and finish on the right side. The catch might have been tougher than the shot for Asia Boone, as that bullet pass was coming at her hot from Hodges. That's certainly a nominee for our Freedom First Credit Union play of the game. Liberty 43-32, but JAX State answers with a three-pointer in the far corner. So the Liberty lead was 43-32. Flames not able to score on this possession as JAX State comes away with the basketball. Air ball by Boone. Rebound to Smuda as JAX State missed a jumper from about 15. Fast pace back and forth. Actually, I misspoke. Emma Hess, not Asia Boone, was the one that missed the shot on the previous possession for Liberty, as Smuda now goes on the low block. A little too much on her shot attempt. Rebound JAX State, but now a steal by Boone. She bounces it up to Hess. Hess lays it in on the right side. What beautiful passing plays by the Lady Flames here in this second half. Asia Boone drops the dime. We saw Jordan Hodges do the same. Putting just the right amount of English on those bounce passes. Liberty up by 10. Back the other end, Barclay's shot is blocked out of bounds by Smuda. Liberty now doing it on the defensive side. Flames lead by 10 points, 45-35. And now that we are under 5 minutes to go, 4:37 to be exact, we now have another media timeout. So we'll take a break and be back after this here on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
Turn up the heat. Foster Fuels is a proud partner of Liberty Athletics. Foster has been fostering warm moments for 100 years. Headquartered in Brookneal, Virginia, Foster has been providing exceptional propane and gas services since 1921. Stop by one of our 6 showroom locations across Central Virginia to view our wide range of products. From propane to fireplaces and grills to tank installs and tankless water heaters, Foster has it all. Download our app or visit fosterfuels.com for more info.
Move those coffee chains, Flames fans, and go local. Central Virginia's own Ironclad Coffee Roasters and Baking Company is the premier coffee partner of Liberty Athletics. Pay them a visit at one of their cafes in the Richmond area or at the Richmond International Airport. They'll also ship their specialty grade coffee straight to your door. Visit ironcladcoffee.com, that's www.ironcladcoffee.com, to check out the coffee Flames fans are talking about.
What's important isn't that Freedom First has been in business since 1956. What's important is how we've been doing business since 1956. Since day one, we have been accountable to our members, not stockholders. We make loans that cost less, offer savings plans that pay more, and give back to our community, and that hasn't changed. What has changed is our ability to serve you with more locations and more technology to simplify your financial life. Freedom First. It's a place where anyone in our region can bank for good.
You're listening to Lady Flames basketball live from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network. Now, back to the game.
Flames back up by double digits. They lead 45-35. Liberty shooting 53% from the field, 20 of 38. JAX State 27%, 10 of 37. Flames have hit 5 3-pointers. JAX State has hit 6. Flames have not made a free throw in this game so far, 0 of 2, while the Gamecocks are 9 of 10. Asia Boone with 9 points now leads the Flames. Sanchez Ponce has 14 to lead all scorers. Gamecocks will inbound on the baseline. They're scoring at the goal to our left, wearing the white uniforms with red numbers. Flames in the red uniforms with baby blue numbers. JAX State down to 4 seconds to shoot. They'll throw a pass on the interior. The floater by Rhodes is off the mark, and Liberty gets the rebound. Anna Bedoza running the point. Flames have made some substitutions as Anna will drive and kick to Steenbergen. She tries to throw a pass underneath the Stout. Stout was held up. Flames have the entire second unit on the court now. Anna Bedoza, Avery Mills, Brooke Moore, Peen Steenbergen, and Emmy Stout. Bedoza will put it in play on the baseline. Finds Mills. Mills will cut to the middle and then bounce it back to Stout. Stout makes the catch and finishes on the right side. Had to gather it in for just a second, but still was able to finish things up. And Liberty back up now to a 12-point lead, which matches their largest of the game. JAX State on the near side to Rhodes. Rhodes dribbles all the way to the far. Hands off to Steele. Steele with Bedoza on her. Backs her way into the paint. Back outside to Rhodes, and her jumper's good. Back to a 10-point Liberty lead. Bedoza up to Steenbergen. Now far side to Moore. Moore will attack and had it knocked away from her. The ball is loose and picked up by the Gamecocks. Sanchez Ponce up to Steele. Steele back on the far wing to Rhodes. Rhodes now to Steele. Steele for 3, and that is way off the mark to the right and out of bounds. It was about 2 feet right and at least a foot short. Flames of the basketball. 2:50 to go in the third quarter. Liberty up 47-37. Bedoza, she's going to drive, take it to the hoop and draw the foul. The shot just popped out. But Anna will try to get the first made free throw of the game for Liberty. They've missed their first 2. Anna hits here. She has now picked up 5 points in the game. 74% free throw shooter. Missed the second one though. So the Liberty lead is 11, 48-37. First time in the game the Flames have been on exactly an 11-point lead. I guess technically, when they made it a 12-point lead, they were on 11 for a second while the scoreboard operator was clicking. I don't know if it works that way anymore. Used to be that way. I think now it probably adds it all at once. May will drive for JAX State. She is contested by Moore, missed the shot. Flames get the rebound. Mendoza looks up court, finds Steenbergen for three, short. Stout got the board and she was fouled, but not in the act of shooting, so Liberty will put it back in play on the baseline, leading by 11. Inbound to Moore. Moore off of the screen. Floats from 15, missed, got her own rebound, then had it knocked loose. And JAX State has the basketball. Back the other way, driving is Sanchez Ponce, and she draws a foul. A couple of free throws ahead for the Gamecocks. Amy Stout picks up her second personal foul. We mentioned that several players had 2 fouls in the first half for Liberty. Nobody has picked up a third foul yet for either team. Very few fouls at all against JAX State. They've got 1 player with 2, Steele, and 2 players with 1 foul. It's only 4 total fouls called against the Gamecocks in the game so far, 10 against the Flames. Sanchez Ponce missed the first free throw and missed the second. The rebound eventually picked up by Moore. She had to scoop it up off the hardwood. So an empty trip for JAX State. Flames the chance to extend to their largest lead of the game if they score a basket on this possession. Mills on the near wing. Up top to Steenbergen. Thought about a post pass, instead takes a couple of dribbles, drives in and missed the shot, but Stout got the rebound. It's loose now on the floor, and JAX State comes out of the pack with the basketball. So the Flames looked like they were going to get a second chance opportunity, but couldn't quite clean things up. Not sure if that's going to be credited as a rebound for JAX State or a turnover for the Flames, but it leads to a 3-point basket for May. And JAX State has cut this down to an 8-point game. Brooke Moore up to Steenbergen. Under a minute to go in the third to Mills. Mills for 3. Air ball out of bounds. Back over to the Gamecocks. This Jacksonville State team doesn't shoot a high percentage from 3, only 29.8, but they make a bunch of 3-pointers. Matter of fact, first in Conference USA, 8.2 a game. So you can never count them out. We saw that back in Lynchburg at the beginning of the month when they turned a 20-point Flames advantage down to a 1-point game before Liberty was able to hold on to get the victory. Rhodes back down low, has her shot blocked by Stout. Steenbergen got the ball, but a couple of Flames sort of collided and it caromed out of bounds. So JAX State will now have a chance to hold for the final attempt of this fourth quarter. They would also, of this third quarter, they would also get the ball to start the fourth quarter. A couple of big possessions. 8-point Liberty lead. If JAX State scored to end this and begin the next, they could get this down to a 1-possession game. On the drive is Thornsberry. It eventually gets up top to Saric. Saric's pass is picked off by Mills. Mills is fouled from behind. She was trying to run up court. Pretty smart foul for JAX State. They had 1 foul to give. And with 3.6 seconds, the Flames are now going to have to inbound near midcourt. Mendoza will put it into play. She's looking for an option, finds Moore. Moore makes the catch, gets along the baseline, gives off to Stout, who scores at the horn! What a find by Brooke Moore. It looked like she was going to have to take that shot, but there was just enough time for her to slip a pass to Emmy Stout, and the Flames take a 10-point lead into the quarter break. Some beautiful assists in this third period for Liberty. A few more turnovers than they would have liked, but overall, a 3-point Flames edge in the third period to extend the lead out to 10. Flames did lead by as many as 12 in the third, but they do extend the halftime lead. And we'll take a timeout. Be back with the fourth quarter here on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
Hey, Flames fans, Gentry Lock is fired up to join in the excitement this season. Gentry Lock Attorneys knows it's all about preparation, precise teamwork, and a competitive spirit for the hard-fought wins. We've got that down. With our fierce drive to succeed, uncommon thinking, and extensive resources, Gentry Lock helps businesses thrive. We are downtown at 801 Main Street, and we serve the Commonwealth and beyond with offices in Roanoke, Richmond, and Norfolk. All the ways Gentry Lock can help clients succeed is waiting for you at GentryLock.com.
Score big at Haley's Appliance and Haley's Outdoor in Lynchburg with major brands of appliances that will make your house feel like a home and outdoor equipment to have your yard looking its best. Haley's puts customer service first. They deliver and service all of the products they sell and will take care of the process from start to finish. Log on to Haleys.com today for product availability. Haley's Appliance and Haley's Outdoor in Lynchburg is a proud sponsor for Liberty Flames Athletics.
Missing Liberty football? Come see the Flames in their annual spring game, Saturday, March 1st at Williams Stadium in Lynchburg. Kickoff is at 1:30 and admission is free. See the Flames scrimmage. Enjoy yard games and inflatables for the kids. Stay after the scrimmage for pictures and autographs from the players. Liberty's football game, Saturday, March 1st in Lynchburg. Free admission. For more on Flames football, go to lufootball.com. Live play-by-play coverage of Liberty Lady Flames basketball from Van Wagner continues on the Liberty Flames Sports Network. Now it's time for a Carter Bank & Trust game at a glance.
Liberty's on top of JAX State 50-40. We start the fourth quarter. Flames are shooting 50% from the field. JAX State 28%, but the Gamecocks have hit 7 out of 19 from 3. 37%. The Flames are 5 of 15 from 3. Gamecocks will start the fourth with the basketball. So that 2-for-1 proposition as Sarge will fire up a three-pointer and hit at the top of the arc. That was a quick release three-pointer by Sarge. Her first points of the game. Flames are going to try to answer. Brooke Moore's jumper's off the mark, but an offensive rebound to Stout. And Liberty will reset. Mills to Stout. Now to Moore. Moore drives and kicks it back out to Mills. Mills will fire a three. Got it! Avery Mills from well outside the arc. She's making a move to be player of the game. Team high 11 for Mills. The day before her 19th birthday. JAX State on offense. Driving in is Sanchez Ponce. Had to go over the top of Stout. Forced her into a pretty high degree of difficulty shot. Put it over the rim and the Flames get the board. Back the other way, Mills. And her bounce pass is taken away by Sarge. She goes in on Steenbergen and has her shot blocked out of bounds. Another block shot by the Lady Flames. 7 in the game. JAX State looking to inbound. Had a little trouble doing so. Now it's back out to Thornsbury. Thornsbury drives and bounces it across far side to Sanchez Ponce. Her three-pointer's an air ball. Liberty with the rebound. Bedoza runs the break-up court to Moore. Moore lays it in on the left side. Flames are wanting an and one as well. Coach Green is barking at the official going back up court, asking where the foul was. Officials for today's game: Kylie Galloway, Kelly Johnson, and Travis Jones. Jones was the one receiving the comments from Coach Green as JAX State misses a jumper. Liberty up by 12. This is the largest lead of the game. matches it for the Lady Flames. They go inside to Stout, and it's poked away. She has to go to the floor to try to retain possession. Ties it up, and the arrow will keep it with the Lady Flames. So nice hustle by Emmy Stout to get to the floor on what looked like was destined to be a Flames turnover. They'll have another chance. Steenbergen will take the inbounds pass from Stout. Now up to Bedoza. Bedoza on the far side to Mills. Mills back to Bedoza. Bullet pass into Stout. It's deflected out to Moore. Moore with one on the shot clock. Gets it to the rim but missed. Stout got the board and draws a foul. He was trying to tip that in all in one motion, so this will be in the act of shooting. Emmy Stout a chance to go to the line. She missed her first 2 free throws of the game. Came in shooting 60% on the year, averaging just under 7 points. And just under 5 rebounds a game. Stout's first is off the mark, so 0 for 3 in the game. She has a frustrated look to the sky as she regathers herself and awaits the second attempt. 3 dribbles, release, and hits. So Liberty now with their largest lead of the game. They're up 13, 56-43. Some subs for the Lady Flames. Bedoza will stay in at the point. Hess, Ayestada, and Boone will check back in. Stout also stays on the court for Liberty. JAX State with the basketball. Harris, far side of the court, dribbling against Hess, will bounce it up top to Saric. Her three-pointer is good. Another quick release for Saric. This JAX State team shoots a pretty high volume of three-pointers. As the Flames try to answer, but they are off the mark, and the rebound to the Gamecocks. That had ended an 8-0 Liberty run. Long two-pointer by Barclay is short. Players collide, and coming out of the pack with it is Bedoza. Up to Boone. Boone drives and missed the shot, just in and out on the 5-foot jumper. The Liberty lead holds at 10. Harris is cut off, has to lob it back outside to Sample. Sample finds a little space, passes to Barclay. Her jumper is way off the mark from 15 feet, put about 18 on it. Bedoza with the rebound. Anna has 5 points. That's the most she scored as a Lady Flame. Had a 25-point game when she was at Franklin Pierce. No relation to our own Nick Pierce. Going to have some Liberty baseball this weekend. Flames go on the inside to Stout. Nice slip through by Emmy, and she's able to finish things off to put Liberty back up by 12. And we'll get another timeout taken by Coach Rick Petrie. With 5:34 to go in the game, Liberty leads 58-46. Gamecocks only have one timeout remaining. The Flames have all 4 of theirs. This will be our final media timeout of the game. Liberty by a dozen here on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
Curious about the housing market in Central Virginia? The caring, competent, trusted advisors at Carl Miller Realty have over 100 years of combined experience. We are committed to helping clients make informed housing decisions. For a winning game plan and to discover the value of your home, visit carlmillerrealty.com to make your next move a slam dunk with our winning team. That's carlmillerrealty.com.
Century Exteriors offers exterior home renovations, including but not limited to gutters, roofing, siding, home additions, and much more. Century Exteriors makes the process seamless. Call 434-239-6722 for a free on-site estimate, or visit us at centuryexteriors.com and Century Exteriors on Facebook and Instagram.
This broadcast of Liberty Flames Athletics is brought to you through underwriting support from Larry's Tire and Auto Repair. They offer complete auto service, including tires, preventive maintenance, and more. Larry's Tire carries all major brands and is open from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. Larry's Tire has 2 locations in Lynchburg and at Able Tire in Concord, and a new service center coming soon in Forest. More information on Larry's Tire is available at larrystireservice.com.
You're listening to Lady Flames basketball live from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network. Now, back to the game.
.534 to go in the basketball game. Lady Flames of Liberty on top of JAX State, 58-46. Taking a look at our out-of-town scoreboard, brought to you by Frank Good Builders. Liberty men, they hold on for a 59-55 victory against JAX State back in Lynchburg. In the battle for first place in Conference USA on the men's side of things. The women's scores that we've been keeping an eye on. Middle Tennessee all over New Mexico State, so the Aggies not going to give the Flames any help, as it looks like Middle's going to win fairly easily, 53-32 with 7 minutes to go. Western Kentucky also leading UTEP 70-54. Gamecocks with the basketball. They trail by 12. Harris dives into the paint. It's cut off. Has to give it back out to Rhodes. Rhodes will float to the hoop, but put too much on the attempt, and the Flames get the rebound. Jordan Hodges with the ball for Liberty. Hodges now to Ayestada. On the near wing to Boone. Smuda popped in the air. She had to go up high to catch it. She'll throw cross court to Hodges, who also had to retreat back to get the basketball. 5 seconds to shoot to Boone. Boone tries to get herself some space. Does to the side and nails the three. Asia Boone made her defender look silly. Step back to the right side. Send the three-pointer to give the Flames a 61-46 lead. That was special. 4:20 on the clock here in the fourth quarter. Saric almost lost the handle. Gives it back to Harris. Down to 4 seconds to shoot. She drives and kicks near wing to Rhodes. Rhodes' jumper is off. Ayestada picks up the rebound for Liberty. 61-46, the Flames lead. Hess with the basketball now to Boone. Over to Ayestada. To Hess, to Smuda. Smuda to a wide open Hodges for three. Yes! Jordan Hodges with a smile on her face as she comes back up court. The bench erupting, led by Caroline Shirey and Emily Howard, 2 Lady Flames that are out this season with a knee injury. Back to traveling with the team as another timeout will be taken by Coach Petrie, his final timeout. 3:30 left, and Liberty now leading 64-46. Palindrome score. Goes either way. 6-4-4-6. Flip it around, it's 6-4-4-6. Like race car, same thing. Speaking of race car, I think I've already mentioned this, but Eli Gold doing the game on television for JAX State. Former Alabama football broadcaster, but also longtime NASCAR broadcaster. Listen to Eli call many a NASCAR race back in the day. MRN, Motor Racing Network. So coming out of the timeout, Lady Flames see the largest lead of the game so far at 18 with only 3.5 to go. JAX State going to inbound near midcourt. Inbound pass comes back to Rhodes. I'm sorry, Harris. Harris on the near side will have it on the dribble. And now to Barnes, who's bumped. Foul called against the Flames. Is on Bella Smuda, her first. And also the first Liberty team foul this fourth quarter. Both teams with only one. Goes back on the interior to Gonzalez Planella. She's able to bank a shot in and get it down to a 16-point game. Liberty on offense with under 3 minutes to go in the ball game. Smuda at the top of the arc. Looks interior. Nothing there. Back around to Hess. Hess, cross court to Hodges, another three, and knocks it down again. Throws some digits over at her teammates cheering on the bench, and Liberty now up by 19. 67-48. JAX State lost the basketball, but then the Flames lost it right back. A traveling violation called against Asia Boone. Liberty going to make some subs. Not the kind you eat, although I'm pretty hungry right now. I could use a sub. But the kind where somebody replaces somebody else in the game. That would be disrespectful if you were making sandwiches during the game. JAX State with the basketball, trailing by 19. 2:12 on the clock, and driving to the basket is Gonzalez Planella. She draws a foul and will shoot a couple of free throws. Call goes against Moore. That's her second foul. Flames are going to bring the starters out. So the second unit plus Athene now running the point. First free throw is good. Second free throw also good. Liberty on their offensive end. Athene up to Steenbergen. Now on the near side to Mills. Mills to Moore, now to Steenbergen, over to Athene. Athene to Stout with 7 seconds to shoot. Mills on the near side. She'll pull up from 15, off the back rim. Rebound to JSU. They trail by 18. Three-pointer by Sarich is off the mark. The rebound, though, falls right into the hands of Harris, who scores. 67-52 with 1:20 on the clock. In this fourth quarter. Brooke Moore with the ball for Liberty. Bounces it up to Mills. Mills lobs to Stout, and Stout lays it in on the right side. An assist that has happened hundreds of times between high school and college for those two. Under a minute to go, Liberty up 69-52. On the drive is Gonzalez Planella. She'll skip it across to Barnes. Barnes down to Harris. Harris's three-pointer is good. 69-55. Liberty with the lead. And 30 seconds to go in the basketball game. There is about a 6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Athene will go on to the low block. Hooks it over her head and scores. That was not an easy shot by Claudia. She gets her first 2 points. The Flames get above the 70-point mark. They lead 71-55 with 10 seconds to go. On the near wing, Harris goes in the corner to Sanchez Ponce. Her three-pointer's off the mark. Able to get her rebound all the way on the other side of the court. But the horn sounds and time will expire on this basketball game. The Lady Flames get the win against a pesky JSU team that hit a whole bunch of three-pointers in this basketball game. They finished up with 10 trays. The Flames, though, just one behind them at 9, and Liberty shot the better percentage, 9 of 19. JSU was 10 of 26 from 3. And with the victory, Liberty now 20 wins on the season for the 23rd time in the last 29 years. 20-6, 13-2 in the conference. JAX State falls to 10-17, and they're 4-12 inside of Conference USA. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, the Coca-Cola Locker Room Report here on the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
When it was time for my family and I to buy and sell our houses, we knew exactly who to call, and that was Jason Porter with Legacy Realty and Development. Hi, this is Nick Pierce, encouraging you to do what we did. Make the easy decision and call Jason Porter for all of your real estate needs.
Thanks, Nick. And Flames Nation, let's talk about how we can serve you. Call or text me today, Jason Porter, at 434-258-8827. That's 434-258-8827, or email me at jasonporterrealestate@gmail.com. Thanks, and as always, go Flames.
True Flame fans know where to shop to show their pride. Shop LibertyFlames.com. We're your one-stop shop for official Liberty Flames merchandise. Plus, all orders ship free. Go red, white, and blue and visit ShopLibertyFlames.com today. That's ShopLibertyFlames.com. ShopLibertyFlames.com is a proud sponsor of Liberty Athletics. For all your Liberty Flames apparel needs, visit ShopLibertyFlames.com today.
The President's Day sales event is happening now at Lynchburg Nissan, and the savings are monumental. Get historically low rates, up to 130% of fair KBB for your trade, and unbeatable offers on 2025 models. Plus, every new Nissan comes with our million-mile powertrain warranty, giving you peace of mind for the road ahead. Don't wait, these historic deals won't last. Stop by Lynchburg Nissan today, or visit us online to claim your savings. Lynchburg Nissan, home of the million-mile warranty. Don't wait, these historic deals won't last.
The doctors at Crossroads Family Dentistry say go Flames and good luck this season. Stephen Hatch, James Peary III, Trey Woolwine, and Carol Roberts have over 50 years of experience serving Lynchburg and the surrounding area. Their dental office in Forest is open and ready to serve you. Crossroads Family Dentistry provides all family and cosmetic dental needs and accepts major dental insurances. They're located at 14761 Forest Road in front of Brauburgers. More information is available at Crossroads Family Dentistry, VA.com.
The game is over, but we're just getting started with the Coca-Cola post-game locker room report. Coming up, Larry's Tire and Auto Repair will present the final game statistics. Head coach Kerry Green will stop by to give his thoughts on the game, and we'll update the out-of-town scoreboard built by Frank Good Builders. Now let's head back inside the arena for the Coca-Cola post-game locker room report.
The Flames end up getting a comfortable win, 71-55. But it's never completely comfortable against this JAX State team because they shoot so many three-pointers that if they go on a run, they can get right back into a ball game. We saw that in Lynchburg when they turned a, what was a 20-point Flames lead down to a 1-point game. We saw them make a couple of runs in this game as well, but overall, after the early going, it was pretty much all Flames. Flames trailed 8-2, tied it at 9, had a 16-5 overall run, led 36-29 at halftime, led 50-40 after 3, led by as many as 19, and eventually got a 16-point victory over the Gamecocks. Going to get a chance to talk to Coach Kerry Green here in just a little bit, as well as our Thompson Brooks Insurance Player of the Game. This is a tough one because a couple Lady Flames probably deserve that honor, including the upcoming birthday girl, Avery Mills. Avery played well. She had 11 points. Asia Boone had 12 points in the game. But Emmy Stout was a perfect 5 of 5 from the field, had 11 points herself, and also led the team with 6 rebounds in what was a very balanced attack by Liberty all across the board. Everybody got involved, especially the bench. The Liberty bench scoring was 36 compared to 13 for JSU, something that both teams are very good at, but the Flames bench just shined a little bit brighter today. Flames finish up the game above 50% from the field, 52.6 to be exact. They were 9 of 19 from 3, 47%. JSU was 29% from the field and 10 of 26 from 3, which is 39%. Those outside numbers brought to you by Century Exteriors. JAX State 11 of 14 from the free throw line. The Flames just 2 of 6. Liberty shot poorly in the first game between these two teams from the free throw line. It's a larger sample size in that game, only 6 attempts tonight, but very similar numbers. In that first game, the Flames were 5 of 16, and in this game, 2 of 6. Let's take a quick timeout. When we come back, we'll get our player of the game and Coach Kerry Green. Liberty with the win here in Alabama.
The Liberty Flames thank Segra for their support. Segra collaborates with companies to offer business-only, carrier-grade connectivity, cybersecurity, voice and cloud solutions tailored to meet their diverse needs. Segra offers these solutions across a fiber network that spans 28 states in the U.S. and is headquartered in Charlotte, North Carolina. They can be reached at segra.com or 833-GO-SEGRA. Segra, a proud partner of the Liberty Flames Sports Network from Van Wagner.
Missing Liberty football? Come see the Flames in their annual spring game, Saturday, March 1st at Williams Stadium in Lynchburg. Kickoff is at 1:30 and admission is free. See the Flames scrimmage, enjoy yard games and inflatables for the kids. Stay after the scrimmage for pictures and autographs from the players. Liberty spring football game, Saturday, March 1st in Lynchburg. Free admission. For more on Flames football, go to lufootball.com.
11 West is a proud sponsor of the Liberty Flames. 11 West specializes in apparel screen printing, embroidery, sew-on, and flat printing. From the design phase with their graphics arts team to the finished product, 11 West collaborates with each client to craft custom apparel and promotional products. For more information, visit 11west.com, call 540-639-9319, or stop by their location at 6598 New River Road in Radford. 11 West, outfitting America and logo wear.
Thompson Brooks Insurance has been serving Virginia for over 35 years, helping individuals and businesses with their insurance and investment needs. The team at Thompson Brooks is experienced in understanding Medicare, retirement planning, life insurance, the healthcare marketplace, and group insurance benefits. Call Thompson Brooks Insurance at 434-385-8500. That's 434-385-8500, or visit them online at thompsonbrooksinsurance.com. Thompson Brooks Insurance, planning today for tomorrow.
You've been listening to live radio coverage of Liberty Lady Flames basketball from Van Wagner on the Liberty Flames Sports Network. Now, back to the Coca-Cola post-game locker room report.
And with 3.6 seconds, the Flames are now going to have to inbound near midcourt. Bedoza will put it into play. She's looking for an option, finds Moore. Moore makes the catch, gets along the baseline, gives off to Stout, who scores at the horn. I don't think anybody expected that Brooke was going to have time to pass the ball in that spot, but she's just so athletic. She kind of makes a way sometimes when there's no way to be found. Describe that play from your vantage point.
I mean, honestly, I thought Brooke was going to be able to take it all the way. I was so nervous. I was like, oh my gosh, the clock is going down. But when she passed off to me this instant second, I was like, okay, I just got to throw it up there because I knew the clock was winding down. But it was great team effort.
And that's the case for this entire game. When you look down the numbers, there were 3 of you in double digits, but just about everybody got involved in some form or fashion. If it's not scoring, it was rebounding or getting some assists. That's kind of the MO of this team. I mean, you guys, your bench always gets involved, one of the best in the country. Of course, theirs is too. There's a kind of a battle of benches in this game, and you guys were able to outshine them a little bit. But what makes this team special?
I think just our ability to play together. I think we all have really great chemistry, and we all have different skill sets that we bring to the team. They're all unique, but yet they're very impactful. Like Brooke can go through anybody and drive it to the hole. We have amazing shooters, Avery, Emma, Asia, the list can go on. Amazing ball handlers. I think just having, we have all areas covered, and with that great chemistry, we're able to see each other and get those open shots. So it just, all around, it's a great team.
Do you keep track in your head as the game's going along your shooting percentage? Do you kind of know, I've missed 2 shots, I've made 5, or whatever it is?
I know my missed free throws. That's stuck in my head. But other shots kind of sometimes depends.
So do you know?
No.
Tonight?
No.
Do you remember missing a shot?
I don't think so. No.
No, you
I
sure didn't. 5 of 5. Yeah, perfect game. We'll work on the free throws. Something about this Jacksonville State team. The Lady Flames shot poorly when you played them earlier in the year as well. They must defend the free throw really well. For some
reason. I guess so. It's really tough out there on the line. It's a challenge.
It was a tough decision today of who we were going to talk to, because Asia had a great game. She finished up with 12 points, a couple of assists, a couple of rebounds. You had the 11 points, led the team with 6 rebounds. But then also your buddy, who's about to have a big birthday tomorrow, Avery Mills, she had 11 points, 4 of 6 from the field. But we just talked to her the other night. So you won the tiebreaker. It was going to come down between you and Avery. You won the tiebreaker. And 5 of 5, I think she's 4 of 6, though. She missed 2 shots. That's not that. Birthday girls don't miss 2 shots. No, but brag on her a little bit, too, because she's had a great freshman season.
I mean, she's incredible. The minute she stepped on the court from the first game, I was like, okay, Avery's got this. She came on so strongly. It didn't even look like she was a freshman out there. She still doesn't look like a freshman. She has such great IQ. She can score really well, either the 3 or the shot. Truly, she has the whole package. So she's going to be a beast for all these 4 years.
She was really happy on the bus driving to shoot around earlier today because there was a chicken that had the number 1.
Yeah.
Did you hear that?
I did hear that, yes.
Any idea what that was all about?
I really couldn't tell you. I mean, I know her number is 1, so maybe there's correlation there, but I'm not sure.
She thought that it was a sign. I don't know what it was a sign of. Maybe that she needed to eat chicken later today. I'm not sure. But
sure.
You guys have some great, not just the 2 of you, but the whole team has great chemistry. It's a lot of fun traveling with you guys, and I'm sure it's even more fun being on the team. Is it as fun as it seems from an outsider looking in?
Definitely. I mean, we have great chemistry on the court and off the court. It's just a great group of girls. They're so encouraging, so supportive, and if you mess up a shot or something, they'll pick you up right away. Truly, I couldn't ask for a better team. They're just a great group of girls. I mean, they're just awesome. I can only say good things.
With her birthday tomorrow. And I guess I'd be ruining it if you did have anything. But do you guys play any pranks on each other on your birthdays? Or is that just a guy thing?
Yeah, we're not big pranksters. We normally all, when we're home at least, we'll go out to lunch or dinner, depending on, on Sunday we're going out to brunch for her, celebrate her birthday. So that's what we all do for team stuff.
Yeah, my dad, I guess maybe it was just my family. Maybe it's not even a guy thing, but my dad would always try to pull some sort of a prank on me on my birthday. Yeah, you'd wake up with mayonnaise in your ear or something like that. Yeah.
No, I'd kill. Well, I'm sorry. I would be very upset if someone did that to me. That would not be good for my birthday.
Yeah. Yes. I mean, just little silly things. Nothing too crazy, but stuff like that. So I guess maybe that was more of a Hall family tradition than it was anybody else. Okay, let me ask you this. when you think of the night before a guy's going to get married, wedding, what do you think that guys are doing that night before? Because here's something else. I never knew this, but there's apparently a tradition of kidnapping the groom. Have you ever heard of this?
No, I haven't heard of that.
Yeah, like kidnapping and throwing him in the back of a van, and I don't know. That was a Virginia thing. That wasn't my family, but
That's interesting.
I learned that since I've been living in Lynchburg. So there's just a few little weird, traditions that may be very isolated to certain areas.
Yeah, I feel like it depends on the situation. My brother, he just had like his group of friends over, and they like swam in a pool, chill out, it's really low key.
Yeah, goofing around.
Yeah, goofing around. No kidnapping.
No kidnapping though.
White van coming through. None of that.
No mayonnaise in the air. Nobody getting kidnapped. Well, congratulations on a great win today, and no quick turnaround for Saturday against Kennesaw State. So rest up. I heard Laura saying this because what should I do for my birthday? And Laura said, Laura Mancuso, the athletic trainer, I think she said, get your rest, hydrate, and something else. What would be the third thing? Wear your what are they called?
Aura ring?
Keep going. The stuff that you guys wear on airplanes.
Oh, fireflies.
Fireflies. And they like stimulate the muscle
so like
while
a
you're
little, like shock to your leg.
Yeah, and keep you from getting like the thrombosis or something like that whenever you're in one place for a long time. We got a little bit too deep in the weeds there, I think, but Emmy, great game today, and we'll see you in Georgia here in a couple of days.
Yep.
That was Emmy Stout, our Thompson Brooks Insurance Player of the Game. She's going to step away, and we're going to bring in Coach Kerry Green and then finish things up back in the studio with Trey Lyle. But so Trey is on standby to get us a look at the out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by Frank Good Builders. I still have a couple of stats that I need to tell you before we close up shop, but we'll get a word with Coach first. A little bit warmer in the building here at JAX State than in Miami at FIU the other day, so you might have some sweat on the headset today. Emmy looked like she was working pretty hard out there. She had some beads trickling down.
Yeah, her and Bella had a war inside. That post player really plays very, very hard, shows them, push them, and they both, I think, had 6 and 5 rebounds apiece. Our post play inside the paint, not just only those two, but those two were major contributors to 38 points in the paint to their 10, and that really helped us out. And pre-game, I challenged the bench to their bench, and our bench really responded very well. You had Emmy playing, getting 11 points. Avery was celebrating her mother's birthday today, I think. Her mother was sitting in the stands, and I think she didn't even miss a shot first part of the game, and she walks away with 11 points as well. And overall, good balance all the way across the board. Everyone took shots, scored, okay? And everybody that I'm looking down through here, even everybody that had substantial minutes rebounded as well, out rebounded them by 10, and really pleased with the bench. Really stepped in and played big during the game, and was a major factor. And I really thought with about a 10-point, 12-point lead, when we went back to our starters, they really executed very well at the end of the game and running plays and taking shots that were sort of at the latter part of the shot clock and making them. So, I mean, those are daggers. And I think Jordan Hodges making that 3 right in front of the bench over there, that was, I think we maybe had 12, 13, 16-point lead at that point in time. And when she buried that one, that really hurt them. And there was no more looking back at that point in time.
Your squad also got 8 block shots in the game. Liz had 2, Bella had 2, Emmy had 2, and Peen as well, a couple of block shots. So contesting things. I know maybe a couple more fouls than you like.
Yeah, we don't try to encourage that. We'd rather take a charge or make them score over top of us. A lot of times too, I could show you the block shot. Probably 2 out of 3 times end up being a foul, and sometimes they end up running us out of position and they shoot a layup on us, trying to block that shot. But also how we took care of the ball, especially at the end of the game and in the second half. I think we had 4 turnovers at halftime, and 2 of them was the first 2 possessions. So we played the rest with
first possession of the second half too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's 3, and end up with 11. That's way too many in the second half. I would say that'd be 4, and we had a few more. Yeah, about 7. That's way too many. But ended up with 11 turnovers and really executed in the latter part of the game really well.
Quick turnaround.
Yep.
KSU on Saturday afternoon. At least it's a bus drive. You don't have to get on an airplane, go too far. So it's not quite this, as far as some of these travel partners, it's not as bad, but still a quick turnaround.
Yeah, and looking down through here, the minutes played, we're okay. We're okay. And so I think we'll be as fresh as we possibly could.
Coach, appreciate your time.
Thank you, Jeremy.
That was head coach Kerry Green. Lady Flames get a 71-55 win. Let me spit a couple more quick stats at you, and then we'll throw it back to the studio, and Trey can finish things up. Flames win the rebounding battle 41-31, including 10 offensive boards. They did give up 12 offensive boards, though, so JSU actually won that category. I mentioned the 8 block shots for the Flames. Gamecocks didn't have any block shots. Turnovers, 11 for Liberty, 6 for the Gamecocks. Flames had 14 assists on their 30 made baskets. JSU 11 on their 17 made baskets. Points in the paint, 38-10 Liberty. Bench points, 36-13 Flames. Fast break points, 9 apiece. Second chance points, 8-7 Liberty. Points off turnovers, 8-6 JSU. Leading scorer for Liberty was Boone with 12, Stout and Mills with 11, 8 each for Smuda and Hodges. Hess had 7 in the game. Bedoza with a Liberty high for her career, 5. Brooke Moore had 4, Pien Steenbergen with 3, Claudia Athene with 2. Elizabeth Ayestad did not score, but did have a couple of block shots and 3 rebounds in her 23 minutes of playing time. Maria Sanchez Ponce led Jacksonville State with 14 points. With the win, Liberty now 20-6 on the year, their 23rd 20-win season in the last 29. They're also 13-2 inside of CUSA. JAX State falls to 10-17, and they're 4-12 in the conference. Now we go back to the studio. Trey will finish up the broadcast, and he'll tell us how other teams played in CUSA and where the Flames will sit after today's victory. It looked like, certainly by the way things were going, that the Flames were going to still be a game behind, because at last check, Middle Tennessee had a pretty healthy lead against New Mexico State. But we'll find out for sure by throwing it back to the studio with Trey to finish things up.
Well, one Flames team does have the lead in Conference USA, and that's the men's team, as they got a 59-55 win. Jamie, you have safe travels tonight, and I'll see you on Saturday, my friend. And if you have to go to a Starbucks, just be careful.
I appreciate that. Yeah, we're going to find a little food, maybe a sub sandwich like we were talking about earlier, and get out of town in the morning.
Be careful at the hotel Starbucks. That's all I got to say. If you know, you know. All right, let's get to the out-of-town scoreboard. Starting in Conference USA on the women's side, one game going on right now with 50 seconds left. Sam Houston 55, Louisiana Tech 76. Rest of these games have gone final. Western Kentucky 81, UTEP 58. And as Jamie mentioned, Middle Tennessee had a comfortable lead. They go on to win at 63-41, maintaining their one-game lead, as we are a week away from that marquee matchup in the Liberty Arena between Middle Tennessee and the Flames. And Kennesaw State got the win 53-50. As for the top 25 in women's college basketball, possible upset brewing down in South Bend. Number 3, Notre Dame 65. Number 24, Florida State 67. 6:53 left in that one. 26 apiece. Number 6, South Carolina and Ole Miss with 4:53 left. And other scores and notes, number 25, Louisville 78, Clemson 52. UConn clinches the Big East for the 5th straight season. They win 72-53 over number 22 Creighton. And Duke beats Carolina, handing Carolina their first road loss from the season, 68-53. That's number 16 Duke over number 8 North Carolina. NC State stays undefeated at home this season as they defeat Wake Forest 78-57. And in the SEC, number 15 Kentucky 82, number 11 Tennessee 58 in that one. As for the men's side in Conference USA, let's talk about those Liberty Flames.
13:30 left. Tyler Porter bounces to Aquino. Takes it right block. Under the hoop. Loops it back up top to Porter. Right wing to Peter. Back to Porter up top. Now left wing. Mofford three. Oh! The crowd loved it. Mofford drained it. And Liberty leads by 15.
You've got unselfish players all up and down this Flames roster, and they got it to the guy who can make the bucket. Great shot by Mofford.
Yes, Mofford leads the way for the Liberty Flames, 59-55. The Flames get the win. Mofford scores 12 of those points. Caden Matheny leads the scoring with 13 as well. Flames get the 59-55 win, propelling themselves into first place in Conference USA. Other scores around Conference USA on the men's side, all have gone final except two. FIU 76, Kennesaw State 61. That's a final for you. And then Western Kentucky 27, UTEP 11 with 6:57 left in the first half. And New Mexico State 22, Middle Tennessee 20 with 6:53 left in that one. And that will do it for your Frank Good Builders Out of Town scoreboard. My name's Trey Lyle. Your final score, Liberty 71, Jacksonville State 55. Lady Flames improve their record to 20-6 on the season, 13-2 in conference play, one game back of Middle Tennessee. They're looking to handle business on Saturday as they head on the road to take on Kennesaw State with a 2 p.m. tip for that one. Coverage starts at 1:40 right here on the Liberty Flames Sports Network. So for Jamie Hall, I'm Trey Lyle, signing off for now. Everyone have a great and safe Thursday evening.
You've been listening to the Coca-Cola Post-Game Locker Room